Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing and talking about the T54E2, otherwise known as the Shark. Yes, this Shark. This one does it packs a punch, and it bites. It can actually bite, and it's a really good tank. It really is a fantastic tank. Those of you that have played the T110E5 in tier 10, this is kind of like a tier 8 version of the tank. Of course, it does come with the Shark camouflage, which I think it just makes it look beautiful. It really does. So as we said, it is a tier 8 heavy tank. It's an American tier 8 heavy tank. We're going to look at the stats, and then we've got a couple of games to show you guys. So the turret armor, 240 millimeters on that turret. So very nice turret. The hull as well isn't as bad as well. It's quite good, to be fair, at 155. You're not going to bounce too much, but you can get the troll bounces on the hull, and you can of course get quite a lot of bounces on the turret. So the DPM 2277. Now this is with the rammer, just to up that DPM a little bit more. If you want to run it with calibrated shells, of course you can. It is totally up to you. So 8.17 seconds reload, which I don't think is too bad whatsoever. Your standard AP pen is 220, your APCR is 260, and your HE is 53. You've got a 310 alpha gun, 260 on your APCR and 440 on that HE. Aim time is 3.5, not the best, but you know, not that bad. And the same as the gun dispersion, not the best, at 0.326. And it does have a nice 10 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those tier 8 tanks. So nowadays, I didn't used to do it. So back in the day when I used to play a lot of Blitz, and I used to spend a lot of money on Blitz, I didn't care how good a tank was. If there's a new tank in the game, I'd buy it. Nowadays, because I don't play the game as often, and to be honest, I don't spend that much money in the game, but you need to sort of, you know, I know it's your money and you can spend your money on whatever you want, but I look at it now and I think to myself, if there's a tank that comes in the store, I will look at the price and I'll sit there and will I play the tank? You know, will I play it, or is it just going to be one of those tanks you play for a little bit, you try and get the mastery badge, and then it will just sit in your garage and probably never played again? The Shark, you look at the Shark, and it's not like that at all. If you do like tier 8, and you play a lot of tier 8, the Shark, you will play a lot. You will play this a lot. It's one of the better heavy tanks in the game. I think it is fantastic. There's not too many tanks out there that is better than the Shark. So yeah, when it does come for sale, think about that, because you will get your money's worth. You know, it doesn't come for sale that often. As we speak, it's actually in the lucky draw. It's in the draws. I don't recommend the draws because you do pay over the odds. Maybe. Sometimes you might get a bit lucky, but most of the time you do pay over the odds. But yeah, if it does come for sale for direct gold, it's honestly definitely worth thinking about. At least worth thinking about, because there's not really going to be too many tier 8 heavy tanks out there that you're going to play more. Like, if you do play tier 8 and you do like heavy tanks, you will play this tank an awful lot. Of course, if you don't like heavy tanks, then yeah, it's probably not worth buying, but you will play it, honestly. It's good for everything. If you play tier 8 tournaments, it's good for tournaments. If you play rating battles, it's good for rating battles. Or if you just want to go and play tier 8 and have a little bit of fun, it's also good for that as well. So, you know, you're going to get your money's worth with this tank. I like it. I especially like it in ratings as well, and again, just for a bit of fun. And there is a few tanks out there, of course, in tier 8 that you can play just for fun. But yeah, this is one of the top for me. It's one of the top. Of course, there are going to be people out there that doesn't like the Shark, that probably think I'm talking bollocks. But yeah, I can only talk from my experience, and my experience in the tank is that it is a brilliant tank. It's got everything. It's got everything that a heavy tank wants. You know, it's got speed, it's got DPM, it's got armor, it's got everything that you need. You know, you could block shots. You know, this is a tier 9 heavy tank, and I managed to block 2 shots from this guy. So yeah, you can get blocks, you can bounce your shots quite a lot as well. So just one more shot into this guy, and then it's pretty much game over. And yeah, overall, I think it was a very nice win there. Not so fantastic, but it's not about being fantastic. This game, however, is about being fantastic, and it does go to show just what the tank is like. Now, of course, there are going to be certain ways to play the tank. It is all about the turret. So yeah, if you can get in a hold down position, do make sure that you do get into that hold down position, because that is where you're going to bounce the most. And again, you can bounce shots if you are in the open, sorry, but you can't really rely on the frontal armor on this tank. Yes, it has a little bit. Yes, if you wiggle, make it hard for the enemy, you will be able to bounce shots, but you can't rely on the frontal armor. However, you can rely on that very strong turret. Of course, just like most tanks, it does have that hatch on top that people can actually penetrate. So do bear that in mind as well. So basically, if you are on a ridge, don't just stand there or sit there on a ridge. You know, move your turret backwards and forwards, side to side, make it difficult. Look up, make sure you point your gun up in the air to try and hide that hatch as much as you can. And then you will be able to get some more blocked shots. So we're going to continue with this this battle from Black Lane here, and again with the camouflage. I think it is one of the better camouflages in the game. You know, it's the shark. I know it can be cheesy. It's known as the shark, the camouflage, the shark. But yeah, I do think it absolutely looks beautiful. It suits it. It really does suit the tank. And again, if you like playing the E5, the T110 E5 in tier 10, then you should really like playing this tank, because it plays exactly the same. So continuing with this game, he's going to kill this guy. He's on 2 kills, 1800 damage. However, his team that went to the left side haven't managed to hold that side, and it's a 5 versus 3. But there is still quite a bit of hit points on this green team. The IS3 has got a decent amount. The Tiger P is full hit points, and our guy in this shark has quite a lot of hit points as well. So he's going to push forward, get the 3rd kill on the Ag Tiger. Good tank to get rid of. The armor's very troll. It's got great DPM, so getting rid of him is an absolute must. Here comes the AMX Defender, not even looking. So a bit of free damage from our Black Lane here, and here comes the VK. So of course, getting rid of the Defender is a must. Hello, just sitting there, made it easy. And that is now his 4th kill. So if he just holds this ridge here, now the VK, I mean, it's not a bad tank by all means, but it's not the best of tanks. He should be able to deal with this VK very, very easily. If he's going to try and use this ridge, it will definitely help as well. But of course, coming in sidewards, he will get shot. So it's yeah, he's going to get shot. So he's just going to back up, and again, he's going to try to go for the tracks to keep him there. So far, he's on 4 kills, 3.3k damage, and this is where, you know, you can see the armor profile he's not really bouncing. He hasn't bounced anything. So if you don't get this tank in the right position, I mean, this VK is tearing him apart, absolutely tearing him apart, because he's not in the correct position. Face hugging is not great. You have to really be on a ridge line to make this tank work. But he has managed to bring it down to a 2 versus 2. He does need to try to kill this light tank, because it is an auto-loader. And if he's on a reload, he could probably get killed from this auto-loader. So there's one shot. He is now a 1-shot. So getting that shot there was absolutely crucial. That is a match-saving shot right there, because before you know it, it's a 2 versus 1. And he gets the kill. So 4,300 damage, but not only did he end with that damage, he ended with 7 kills. So overall, the tank is fantastic. If it does come for sale for gold, you should definitely think about buying it. If you've got the spare gold, it really is a fantastic tank that deserves to be in everybody's garage. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Shark. Is it a tank that you like, or is it a tank that you want? Or if you do have it, do you like it? You know, do you like it, or are you one of those that absolutely hate the tank? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.